Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video where we're going to be talking about the high ticket dropshipping e-commerce business model and the customer journey. So what does this even mean? So the customer journey is an important aspect that you must understand if you want to succeed with high ticket dropshipping. The reason is because you need to understand where customers are finding you, what they're doing after they bought something from you, so you can perfect the funnel and make sure customers are receiving the best service, orders are being tracked, and then making sure you're mitigating any chargebacks and any problems that might arise when you're running this business. So I've done over 2,000 plus orders at this point, and I only received 2 chargebacks, and they were all fraudulent chargebacks, meaning people are trying to scam us. So that's, I think, less than I think that's 0.1%. So if you're worried about chargebacks for dropshipping and high ticket dropshipping specifically, if you implement everything inside of this video, then this should not be an issue. It is only an issue if you slack off and not put in the work, because this business model works and you just need to follow the formula in order to seek success long term. So let's jump onto the computer and go over everything you need to know about the customer journey and ultimately how you can perfect the customer journey for success. So first, we're going to talk about where customers are coming from. So customers are coming from ads and organic. Some might come from social media, and these are all the traffic sources that you really need to worry about. So what can you do on the ads part to perfect the funnel for customers? On the ads part, you want to make sure ads are lean, you're hitting a 10x return on ad spend, and that is on average. If you have better margins, you can go below 10x. If you have worse margins, you might need to be way above 10x. But 10x is the benchmark that you want to hit for people that have 15 to 20% margins after shipping. So make sure ads are lean, and then you are spending on what converts for your store. So what does this even mean? So if you have a brand new store, you don't know what products will sell, you kind of have to test, and that's completely fine. You will test a lot of products. It's a lot easier to test products with Google ads versus Facebook ads, because you just upload your catalog, connects it to Symprosys, Merchant Center, and then Google ads, and boom, it's on shopping. Compared to Facebook ads where you need to make videos, it's a lot harder. So with Google ads, it's a lot easier to test. However, once you get past that testing stage, meaning you found some products that sell for your store, some brands that work for your store, then it's time to hone in on those brands and spend most of your budget there. So what does this even mean? So when you are starting or getting started with this business model, it's very important that you are testing suppliers and brands consistently, meaning, you know, when you're uploading products to your website, make sure you are running shopping ads as soon as it is finished uploading, and you're constantly adding products to your catalog and always expanding your supplier database based on the niche that you picked. So ads are lean. Make sure everything is lean in terms of the front end. Now, how do you make sure customers convert? So this is the website part. So what, in terms of the website, do you need to perfect to make sure this business is running as smooth as possible and you're generating the most amount of profit every single month? Is website design. Do you have one of the most important parts of a high ticket dropshipping store theme and the store build out is the search bar. So the search bar is going to be obviously the most important, because people that use the search bar to search for a product are more likely to convert into a customer versus someone that just lands on their website and uses their navigation, or they were just on a product page. So make sure the search bar is highly perfected. And then we want to use a tool called Cloud Search and Filter. I think that's the full name. And what this tool does is you can use this tool to optimize your search bar. How do you even do this? So when people are searching, products or brand names of the products that you sell on your website, some people are going to misspell something. Some people are going to put in synonyms similar to the products that you sell. It's very important that you know your catalog well. That's how you stand out from the competition. And using Cloud Search and Filter, you can add what is called synonyms. And with synonyms, when someone types in a product that they might, it's not the correct name, but it's still it still means the same product that you sell on your product. You can connect the keywords together, and then whenever they search the synonym, your product will appear inside the search bar. So that is how you optimize the search bar for conversions. Number 2 is trust. So what is the best way to do trust? Obviously, reviews. If you are a brand new store, obviously I would not recommend faking reviews, but I can't stop you from faking reviews. There's almost 99% of people are faking reviews. But if you want to stand out from the competition and not fake reviews, what I recommend is once you get some orders coming in, you're doing 10, 20K a month revenue, outreach or just reach out to the people that bought your products. It can be a couple months ago, and then just tell them, hey, did you like the product? Do you enjoy the experience? And just chit chat with them, and then boom, ask for a photo or video review, whatever one suits them, and then give them a $25 Amazon gift card directly sent to their email, and boom, it converts like crazy. It's excellent because you call on the phone, and if you have VAs, then that is an excellent task that you can assign for them to do. So website, search bar, trust with reviews, and then also I like to do trust badges. Trust badges are important, but you must not do or overdo for trust badges. What do I like to do in terms of trust badges? I like to do payment methods. So if you accept PayPal, put PayPal there. But if you accept Amex, you probably do. Put all the payment options there. Put your payment plan options. So if you use Affirm, if you use Shop Pay, if you use Klarna, any of those tools and payment platforms, put those those messages clear, like above the price. Put it above the price because people can see, hey, I don't need to pay $2,000 for this product. I only need to pay $109 for a month for 24 months, for example. So it's easier for customers to visualize it. And with payment plans, I think 1 in 10, 15, 20 people use payment plans. It's not a lot because people would just have money. I would think that's probably the reason. But for people that don't and still want the product, payment plan options there. So people come in from ads, and your ads are lean. Your website is good. What is next? So this is your order fulfillment process. Why is this so important? So just because you made an order and you sent that to the supplier, actually let's back up. You get the order, so you get the cha-ching, order comes in. What do you do next? I should back up because some of you guys don't know what happens after order comes in. Well, it's time to put the order into a CRM software. We have our own CRM called peakflowcrm.com. If you want to use our in-house CRM software that's completely live now, and some of our students are using it. But if you want to use our Peakflow CRM, highly recommend it. If you want a free option, you can use Trello. Put the order information inside CRM and make rows. If you have the Peakflow CRM, all the rows are completely set up for you. But if you have Trello, just create some rows based on, hey, the order is paid. Have you sent it to the supplier? Did the supplier authorize? Did you pay the supplier? Did the order ship? After it's shipped, you need to track the order from shipped to delivered. Why is this so important? Well, it's important because with shipping high ticket items, not everything is going to be shipped via truck, obviously, but most items are generally shipped by LTL, meaning less than truckload. And what that means is the products are likely to, the trucking companies are less reliable than UPS and FedEx. That's just a fact. Trucking companies, sometimes they, misplace things get stolen. One of my first orders I shipped on my own account got lost. So I shipped 2 bookcases, and bro, 1 bookcase got lost. And I don't even know how that even happens. But that's just the reality. And sometimes it's, people, it's a mess. These companies are messy. They're probably just as messy as you, if not more. So it's very important to track and keep track of each order from it being shipped from the supplier, if you're shipping to the supplier's account, to being delivered to the customer. That way you can provide an excellent service, make sure any problems that you catch it before it happens. Order comes in, you put the order into the CRM, you send a PO. PO means purchase order, telling the supplier, hey, we got an order, please ship this directly to the customer. Send PO to supplier. And then approve the shipping quote. Because if you're shipping to a supplier, they'll give you a shipping quote. Make sure, 4.5, let's put 4.1. Make sure you're profitable. Sometimes, some suppliers, if the item is too heavy and shipping's too much, it ends up being a loss. Like it doesn't make, the numbers don't make sense. So what do you do in that situation? You need to kind of ask yourself, is it because of this one instance where it's shipping from, let's say, New York to California, it has to travel across the whole United States, that's why it's very expensive? Or is this a recurring, something that's recurring, like a problem? In that instance, what I would do is tell that supplier, hey, the numbers don't make sense. I actually talked about this in a previous video about what to do with high ticket dropshipping suppliers. But make sure you tell the supplier, hey, it's not profitable. The numbers don't make sense. Can we increase our margins in the long run to make it make sense? If not, then you need to treat it, hey, this supplier does not have map, and I'm going to increase the price where if I sell it, I'm always going to make money. But hey, I'm not going to advertise them so aggressively because they don't have map. So make sure make sure they're profitable. And from there, what you want to do is you want to make sure once order ships out, track this inside CRM, input tracking into Shopify. Why is this so important? Because if the customer does not receive the tracking number in a timely manner, they're gonna freak out. They've just spent $5,000, $4,000 on a product, and it's been 2 weeks now and they still have not got a tracking number. What's going on? They might contact you. If they don't contact you and it's been a while, look out, because they might file a chargeback out of nowhere. It's very important. As soon as you get that tracking number, keep the customer updated. Hey, this is going to ship on this date. This is going to, or here's a tracking number. That's why it's so important to have your own CRM software that is semi-automated, so you can just look over it. And that's why our own company Peak Flow CRM software does exactly this. Makes it very easy to automate your messages with customers, and also keeping people up to date with their orders. So with that being said, orders shipped out, track this inside CRM and input the tracking into Shopify. And then from here, daily track the orders from shipped to delivered. Why is this so important? Especially when scaling, you don't want to run into issues if you can avoid it. And daily tracking orders, if something's shipping to the wrong locations, if something is wrong with the shipping in general, you need to correct it before it ends up at the customer's address. Because sometimes you can. I had one instance where I sent the supplier the address of the customer, and somehow the shipping company screwed up and they shipped it to another random address. How does that even happen? I don't know. But I'm just telling you guys, this happens out of nowhere sometimes with trucking companies. So it's maybe like 1 in 1,000, but it's possible. So you need to track this, because otherwise it will cut into your bottom line, aka your profit. So daily track the orders from shipping delivered. And then how do you provide better service from here? So the best way to provide better service is just text them. Hey, I saw this was delivered. Just checking in to see if you had any issues with the delivery. And then you can say, if not, after you set it up, or you can wait a few days or 1 week, give them a call and say, or just check up with them. How do they like the product, and can you get a review from them? And that's pretty much it. This is our 8 funnel structure to make sure high ticket dropshipping stores are running at efficient rates. And if you just perfect this, obviously things like this in here, these are like never ending things. that you need to always be monitoring. Same with this, I would say. But if you just perfect this and this to a certain extent, then there's no reason why you can't have a high ticket dropshipping store that's printing. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys took away value from this video. And if you guys have any questions, as always, any video ideas, as always, drop them down in the comment section below. And if you want to work with me and my business partner Marcus one-on-one, there's a mentorship application down below. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.